Look at it out here. This is a nice day. No wind. Yeah. I think it's time we go do something. Hey Siri. What's the temperature outside?
It's currently 43 degrees.
43 degrees. Fairly clear out. No wind. It's time to ride. Hi, welcome back, friends. Good to see you. As you can see, it is a fairly nice day outside. A little cold. Bike currently says it is 48 degrees. But this is it's a perfect day to ride for me. Didn't think I was going to be able to get a ride in because the old weatherman was saying that yesterday and today was supposed to snow. But as you can see, no snow, which is kind of upsetting. I really wanted it to snow. I'm a Midwest kid. I gotta have some snow. We got about 1.5 inches right before Christmas, but that was the extent of it. So I'm looking at some of the responses and the comments you guys made in the last video, and really appreciate it. And one of the comments was from, I believe, Kerry was his name, fellow Hoosier. Shout out to the fellow Hoosiers. And he was asking me about what I feel about ATGAT. And I actually didn't know what ATGAT was. I'd never really heard the term. So I looked it up, and it is all the gear, all the time. And to answer your question, oh sure, come on out. That's fine. I don't wear shorts when I'm riding. I refuse to do that. I definitely don't wear flip-flops or anything like that. But in the summertime, I do wear fingerless gloves. And the video that you're referring to, Carrie, I was wearing no gloves in that video. And the reason why I was wearing no gloves is because my fingerless gloves were on order. So I had not received them. I actually received them about 1.5 weeks after I posted that video. I sweat at the drop of a hat. I mean, you mentioned the word heat. I sweat at the drop of a hat. And is it any fault of my own? No, it's genetics. It is what it is. But I've yet to find anything as far as summer jackets that has any kind of armor or protection that can keep me cool. And so me riding with no jacket on, is it probably the safest thing on the planet? No, it's not. And I fully acknowledge that. However, I'd rather stay cool and awake than hot and sweaty and uncomfortable and ultimately making me tired. So that is the reason why in the summertime I do not wear a jacket. Simply because I sweat too much and I don't want to sweat when I'm riding. So that's the reason why. Another question that Carrie had was what brought me so far away from home? And that is a very good question. And I will answer that question with one singular word. A girl. I was stationed over at Whidbey Island Naval Air Station, and I was there for 3 years. And while I was there, I met a young lady, and we got married. We had 2 kids, and when I got out of the military in 2004, her dad was working for the railroad. He is retired since then. But her dad said, hey, they're hiring for the railroad up in Seattle. Maybe you should go look at that. And I said, well, unless it pays 2 to 3 times what I'm making in the military, it's not financially feasible for me. And honestly, at the time, I was looking at being in law enforcement. It's something I'd always wanted to do. I went and took a look at the jobs that were posted, and they were looking for conductors. So I said, all right, sure. Put my name in on it. I had also applied to work for the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Department, and I had also applied at the state prison just outside of Walla Walla. Went and took the test, took the physical, did all that. I scored number 2 on the list for sheriff's deputy, and I scored number 3 on the list for deputy jailer. Unfortunately, they were only hiring for one position at each location. So I went and went to the interview at the railroad, and the night before the interview, my ex-wife's father came to me and said, hey, you're going to see a guy tomorrow named Joe. As soon as you go in, you look at him and you say, Rip says hi. I said, okay, all right. I didn't think anything about it. Was kind of nervous. I mean, this was the first time I'd actually interviewed for a job in 11 years. So I went in for the interview, and guy introduced himself, and hi, my name's Joe. And I went, oh, you're Joe. He was like, yeah. And I said, oh, well, Rip told me to tell you hi. And he looked at me and he goes, Rip, huh? And I said, yeah. He goes, all right. And he took this little piece of paper and he flipped it over and he scribbled some notes on it. Then him and the other interviewer asked me 5 or 6 questions, and they were standard questions. And they said, okay, well, we'll let you know. I said, okay. Still nothing going through my head about anything. And then walked outside, and as I'm getting in my truck, I'm looking around at all these people that are about to go in and do their interviews, and it clicked in my head. Holy crap, I just got a job. I did not realize that when I went in and said to Joe, hey, Rip says hi, and him scribbling something down, that was basically my ex-wife's father telling Joe, you need to hire this kid. And sure enough, about a week later, I got a letter in the mail with a job offer, and I took it. And I gotta tell you, that was it was a fun job. I got to see a lot of things that 99.9% of most people never ever get to see in their entire lives. So to answer your question, long story short, yes, it was a girl that brought me out here to Seattle. I do believe it is sprinkling. I might have to postpone this video for a couple of minutes. Well, I think my audio just took a dump. It sounded like most of the ride actually didn't get recorded. Which, if that's the case, I'm going to be quite frustrated and upset. This is definitely a road I have never been down. Wow. Some nice neighborhoods back in here. Okay, I know where I'm at now. Oh, Lake Rossiger. My neighbor's parents actually live down here. Alright, quick stop to get the gram photos. I am right outside of Monroe, right next to the Lake Rossiter pump station. Had nice trees and backdrop right here, and a little bit of gravel. But you need to make sure I'm extra specially careful. Extra specially careful. That is a new term right there. Extra. Now I can't help but say it. Need to make sure I'm extra careful coming out of here and not kicking up too much gravel. Let's just. Oh, wow, that vent is open. Why am I still fogging? I don't know, but I'm gonna ride. So another question that I've had thrown at me is a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Indiana. I grew up in a small little town. The population back when I was growing up was 770. So it was not the booming metropolis. And last time I checked, population's actually gone down since then. It's a tiny little town. You can look it up on the map. It's called Clark's Hill. My entire life, when I was a kid, was that town. Knew every street, knew every corner. There wasn't an area of that town that my little Schwinn bike didn't know. In 1993, I came to a crossroads as a coming into adult person. And that decision was I wanted to join the military. It wasn't a hard decision, but it wasn't an easy decision. I decided that I wanted to join the military. And my grandfather on my mother's side was a Navy CB. He helped with Guadalcanal, and he was also on Midway when they built the airstrips for the bombers. My father was in the Navy, and he was a crypto technician. And so I talked to him about it, and I felt that this was the right thing for me to do. So I signed up, and then I enlisted. And December 21st, 1993, I left for boot camp. I went to Great Lakes in Chicago. I was nervous, but I was only nervous because I didn't know what was in store. You know, you see all the movies and everything about what boot camp's like, and I was like, all right, well, I'm about to get my ass kicked. Here we go. And it was a big awakening. It was definitely an ass kicking that this kid needed. I am a firm believer that if I had not joined the military when I did, that I would not be in the position that I'm in right now. I'm not saying I'd be in jail or hooked on drugs or anything like that, but I definitely would not have had the opportunity to see the world or to experience the things that I have experienced had I not joined the military. So I'm very thankful that I was able to join and be able to get out of that one stoplight town. Oh, perfect ride home in the sunset. Little rain cloud up ahead. Looks like it might be raining up there. That is not rain, that is hail. Yikes. Yeah, definitely time for me to get in. Well, hopefully I can get something together with the video clips that I have from today's ride. Hopefully the audio came through. And on that note, I think I'm just gonna head on back to the house. Thank you very, very much for coming along for the ride today. It was greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoyed some of the scenery of Western Washington. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It really does make a difference. Lets me know that I'm actually making connection with people. You know, so go ahead and just hit that like button. It's right there. Leave a comment what you'd like to see. I am going to be doing a video doing the installation of the cruise control cluster, and I've also ordered the saddlebags from BRP, the shad saddlebags. So I'm going to be doing an installation video of those. I'm really excited about that. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching.